Hello and welcome Modern Magic Mondays, where you're gonna get all the high level Winston top tier that's not what we're talking about.
It's like, is this the Overwatch League? Is that what we're talking about this week?
Me.
Man, I've actually been enjoying the Overwatch League, following along. My teams are doing well.
Your team? Who are your teams?
I'm a fan of New York, Boston, and Philly. I like the kind of the upper East Coast side of things. So, I've been enjoying watching that.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna hide that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So
you guys missed him last week. Brett's back.
I'm back. Hello, guys.
The chat's not available right now.
We're hiding chat because Nan and I have done so well.
Oh gosh, it's
today.
Been so stressful.
We've had multiple people. Look, I just want to say, all I got was a text message that said, "Hey, I know that you are trying to stay offline.
Yeah.
For the banned and restricted, right?" And I'm sorry, I should specify that this was our good buddy Eminem.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And he said, "I just want you to know that I'm thinking about coming back to Modern." So
that's even scarier.
Something is happening that is bringing Eminem back to Modern.
Oh my god! So
to play.
All right, we've done our best, and we've gotten messaged from multiple people today. We have multiple group chats where people were like trying stuff, and immediately as soon as I start mentioning, I'm like, "No spoilers! Don't tell us anything."
At one point, he was like, "Don't text me," and these are all one word.
Yes, I'm just messages. Like spamming
just to get the picture
somebody
out
sent
of the way.
The image was like, "What? Can you believe this?" And I'm like, "No, don't want to see this." So I have to have my hand covering my phone so I couldn't see the image as I sat there.
That was
and
impressive.
I was a little freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous because I was like, I have been enjoying Modern and seeing how diverse it is.
Yeah.
So I'm so nervous about what's gonna happen.
So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about why are we having one a month later?
I have no idea. I don't know. Are they just like? Do they normally do one after the Pro Tour?
I always thought if there was a problem.
Right. I'm just wondering if.
I always thought, because they were immediately like, "Oh, by the way, after the Pro Tour, Ugin, it's gone.
Yeah.
Get it out of here." So, it's a little worrisome, but I don't know what they would do. You can't. All right, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
GP Toronto was this weekend, this past weekend.
Yes, it was sweet. Did you see who got first?
I did. Dan Ward. Congratulations to Dan Ward. But what was Dan Ward playing?
Boggles.
Hexproof.
Won a GP.
It wasn't Lantern Control.
It wasn't Lantern Control.
And
the top 8 was really diverse too.
Yeah.
Did you see your deck was in the top 8? Goryo's Vengeance?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. So I mean, there's nothing that I can think of that.
It was Boggles versus Burn in finals. There was Affinity, there was Goryo's Vengeance. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff that was in the top 8. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But it was super diverse.
Yeah.
And then even the Pro Tour had 6 unique decks and two human lists. So super diverse. Things are great in Modern right now. Right? Even after day 1, the undefeated decks, there was 10 undefeated decks or whatever that were all different decks or something like that they were saying. Or 8, whatever the number exact was, I can't remember now. But it was all of these unique decks are sitting here. Why do we need to change Modern?
But here we are. We are at the
why?
We are at the cusp of Nan and Brett finding out what has either been banned, and here's the thing: could it be an unbanning?
See, I think that's the thing that I'm expecting with people's reactions to us and Eminem coming back. It's got to be some crazy thing was unbanned.
You think?
I think I'm nervous they probably did a duo thing. This got banned, this got unbanned, and people are more focused on the unbanning of something than the banning.
Okay, so let's brainstorm. Okay. Obviously, the information's been out there since 11 a.m.
I know.
And Zero Dark 30 has been very difficult for me specifically Because, like, I can't even go on Twitter.
No,
like,
that's
I
the
follow
thing.
so many people that play Magic professionally.
You can't.
You can't go on Twitter. I couldn't even go on Facebook.
Nope.
Like, I don't even want to go on Facebook normally, but it's just like one of those habit things.
Yeah, I gotta do
And then,
something.
like, I saw a notification and I went, oh no, I can't even go on Facebook now because there's people talking about it on Facebook.
Yeah.
In our group. However, so, I mean, do you think that did they ban Bridge? Did they ban Mox Opal?
I think that would be something they would go for, is like Mox, or I think that's the most easy one to pick. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's needs to be banned right now because it's not like Affinity's dominating everything. Lantern Control won one tournament. Right. We talked about this during the podcast. Like there was 9 people playing it or whatever, and one person happened to, sit there and win the whole thing.
But Ensnaring Bridge is so oppressive.
It's so good. The Burn player had it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was after John Stern.
No, like listen, we got to do
out
something,
of his sideboard.
guys.
Because I mean, like he had such a genius plan. He's like, all right, I'm gonna slam Ensnaring Bridge, and then I'm just gonna top deck my win.
Well, it's a top deck, right? It's all about that. After you dump your hand, then you're just like, well, I'm out of gas. Let's see what I draw.
Right.
So, like, and I love the way the commentators were talking about it, saying that he basically switches into a burn control deck.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which is cool. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that would make the most sense as Bridge to see?
I'm on an unbanning, honestly.
Okay.
There's
so there's like 3 big ones that people have been talking about over the last year, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? So we've got Jace.
Yeah.
We've got that white creature that gets equipments.
Oh, Stoneforge Mystic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Stoneforge Mystic and Bloodbraid Elf were like the 3 big ones people have been talking about and saying, yeah, this is fine. We can see it in Modern.
Yeah, we can bring them back.
I don't know.
I honestly, like, if they banned, like, Mox Opal, or if they banned anything, I don't think Eminem's gonna text me in the middle of the day and be like, I'm thinking about coming back to Modern.
Yeah.
You're right. I think it has to be something that's just off the wall, and it has to be an unbanning.
Well, so it's like Jace is getting reprinted in Modern, or Masters 25.
He is.
Yep. That seems like a nice lineup for Wizards. Hey, what's a way for us to make money off of Modern? There's this new set coming out called Modern 25. I call it Modern 20, Magic 25.
Magic 25.
Celebrating 25 years of Magic, coming out in March. And happened to be at the Pro Tour. Look at this great card we're releasing. Look at this Jace, guys. So that's my prediction. Is maybe it's Wizards' way of saying, how can we make money? Unban Jace in Modern, reprint Jace a month later.
Okay, I think we just gotta look and see.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the reveal?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh.
Where's your? There it is.
Oh God. Oh, I'm so nervous.
What? It's both of them. No. Effective the 19th of February. Jace the Mind Sculptor.
19th. When is that?
And Bloodbraid. It's next Monday.
Next
Monday. And Bloodbraid Elf. All right, we can turn on chat now. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why everyone's like freaking out right now. Like a million voices cried out in terror.
Just open the
link. Snare Bridge has been temporarily banned due to the unbanning of Bloodbraid Elf.
Oh. I'm so stressed.
All right, so what does this mean? Yo, what's up, Sanji?
All right, so Bloodbraid Elf. So the whole Cascade thing is gonna be a problem, right? So that's, I think TJ puts a good point of it, is that the whole Cascade thing, and this was old Jun before it was banned, right, in Modern, because it was at one point legal in Modern in the Jun list. You could sit there and you could cascade into a spell that costs less than the casted one. So
sure.
Lots of times you see Cascade in like a Living End deck, things like that. Sometimes you see it in Restore Balance and other shenanigans. But the whole thing, Bloodbraid Elf costs 4. It's like a 3/2 with haste, right? And you can get any 3-cost non-creature spell or less than, right? 2, 1, whatever. So it's like Liliana the Veil, you can just cast for free off of Bloodbraid Elf. Kolaghan's Command, you can cast for free off of Bloodbraid Elf. Like, it's just... I'm so... I don't know what's going to happen now. It's like... I like the idea of them being like, maybe saying, "Hey, Jund, here's a 1-up for you, mid-rangey decks." Yeah, that's true too. I like that. Yeah, gosh, that was scary too. Is people would be like taking advantage of Deathrite and just like ramping out super quick into things. And like turn 2 Lily was scary for me when I was playing Infect with Deathrite Shaman and stuff like that. So like, yeah, just now. Yeah, Bloodbraid Elf gives mid-range decks such incredible card advantage. It's nasty. I'm scared.
So this is like such a brave new world that we're like things. I feel like things are going to be much different in Modern, and I have a feeling that Wizards was probably going for this.
Yeah,
they wanted to. Okay, everything's well and good. Let's not keep it stagnant. Let's shake things up.
Right, and I like that it's 2 unbannings. Right, it's not 2 bannings here. It's just like, hey, let's see what these actually can do now that Modern is in such a good place that it's not one super oppressive deck. Like, it's a pretty diverse format. What happens when we maybe slow it down a little bit with these 2 kind of 4-cost power cards? So,
but now I'm worried about the opposite side of this, because now we've brought back Bloodbraid Elf, we've brought back Jace the Mind Sculptor, and what is that going to do for the format? Jace ban, yeah, exactly. Like April 16th is the next ban, BNR. So
March is the release of Magic 25.
So like, are things gonna get just worse? So, for the next couple months, like, I don't want to be negative, but
wait a minute.
There are lots of Modern players out in the world that have never lived with a Jace the Mind, like myself.
Yeah.
I've never played against a Jace the Mind Sculptor. I've never played against a Bloodbraid Elf. So what is it that I'm gonna expect as a Modern player?
I have not played against Jace, so I'm interested in that. But like, so Jace is like super value, right? Like, it gets to do all the things that you would want to do. Like, you get to sit there and essentially cast Brainstorm in Modern now.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine off this Jace, right? It's 0 ability. +2 is you get a look at the top card of target player's library. You can put that back on the bottom.
They call that Fate Sealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
-1, return target creature to its owner's hand, unsummon with it. -12, exile all cards from target's player's library, then shuffle his or her hand into his or her library. Nobody really does the neg. It's all the other stuff that really matters.
Sure, the Brainstorm, the Fate Seal. And the Fate Seal, I think, is going to be super powerful.
Yes. I'm trying to think about... I know there's another GP coming up, and I was just trying to look to see when...
It's this weekend.
Is it? Okay, so it's right... So this will be the last time people get to play with cards before... Because it is effective on
Monday.
The 19th. On the Monday. So,
yo, what's up, Mark? Let's just be excited about Bloodbraid being free.
Yep, he's no longer in.
But what if you don't play Bloodbraid Elf? That is my first concern. Is that we have to become the like everyone has to play it now because it's out.
Yeah, I think there's going to be very specific decks that are going to enjoy it, like those mid-range type decks and stuff like that. I think now there's not much reason to want to play Abzan over Jund.
Oh, no.
Like, at this point in time, I think Abzan...
No.
You can try to be like, oh, but Lingering Souls and Path to Exile, and it doesn't matter anymore.
No, it really doesn't.
So, yeah. So...
I want to be excited about this, and I'm trying. I'm just scared. I don't know what to expect.
I don't either. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and like I'm curious to see what the control decks are gonna do now, because I think a lot of controlled players for years now have been like, unban Jace, come on, it's a 4-mana planeswalker, it's not that scary, and so I'm, interested to see what
the dual pairing, like TJ's talking about, the dual pairing. Alright, we're just gonna play Teamer. Let's just put blue, green, and red together, and we're just gonna play all the best cards. We're gonna play Jace, we're gonna play Bloodbraid Elf, Goyf,
Ew.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I like that. Let's play that.
We've got some things to think about now. I mean, Jaime was right.
Oh, yeah.
Because if Teamer's going to be running around, we have to go back. Like, we have to go back in the archives when Bloodbraid Elf was a thing.
Well, it's a problem is you can't, because when that was the thing...
Was it just standard?
No. It was in Modern, but that was also, like, TJ was talking about, that was also when Deathrite Shaman was around. So, like, the decks were a little bit weird because of that increased acceleration off Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you could probably look at ideas from it to help build off of, but it's, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking, we're talking about doing Burn.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Skywalker?
What up?
Nice to see you, dude. Like, what do we do? Can we beat this deck with Burn?
Probably not.
Because this is the new hotness now.
This is the new hotness.
This humans are out. Elf Berserkers are in.
Ew, gross.
Yo,
let's go for Teamer, turn 3 Chase. Ew.
Huh.
I'm really excited to see what people... Actually, I'm wondering if there's anything already up on, like, Goldfish or anything like that. About, like, specific decks.
Buy them now.
I like
probably won't.
Yeah, so
okay, so Bloodbraid's, well, that particular version of Bloodbraid's only 5. Oh god, that spike.
Alright, where's the other versions? 6.
Okay, yep.
I mean, you can see the promo version.
Yeah. We've almost breached 50.
Oh, no, that hurts. I sold my Jays at 24 tickets because I thought, no way. No way that's going to happen. Ugh.
Oh, my. I don't know.
Ugh. All right.
If you guys have played against this Bloodbraid Jund deck, message me. Talk to me, because we gotta figure some things out before May.
Yeah, TJ's got a point here. Is like, this is the perfect time. We know for a fact they're doing a reprint of it.
Yeah.
It's... I don't know. Yeah, no turn 2. That's going to be a thing. I'm glad there's no turn 2, because that was just scary stuff.
Yeah.
Liliana the Veil on turn 2, you just like, yep, okay. Whatever creature I have is dead. If I don't have a burn spell to kill your Lily, you just have control of the board from now on.
If you played Bloodbraid Jund, we can still talk. Because I'm going to need to know how to beat the new hotness.
Do we just invest in Goyce at this point in time? Get our blood braids now?
No, I want to...
Get going?
I don't know.
He says, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
I've never played a Tarmogoyf before in my life.
Alright. But the reason you're here is not just to listen to us freak out over the unbannings.
We're just going to talk about it
throughout the night. We're going to continue talking about it. But we've got 5 rounds of coverage tonight. So we're going to jump into it. And we'll continue to talk about the unbannings. You guys continue to talk throughout the night because we love the interaction with chat. So let's just kind of hop in. This is week number 2 of Modern Magic Mondays, season number 7, officially 2 years.
Oh, that's so nice.
Of doing modern coverage.
Is this the first week?
Second week. I don't remember. I counted it from last week, but I'm just saying it's like this month is the official 2-year month. So.
Oh, Hefe makes a good point.
What's that?
I think Valakut was banned during Blood Jund.
Oh.
So it's another way to combat.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So we got Dwayne Hess rocking the Red White Prison. I assume probably a similar deck to what he brought to the season invitational.
That would make the most sense.
And then we got Jason Stoops, a new face, looking to get into the invitational.
He was so close last season, like just because he came halfway through the season, and even then he was so close to it. So it's like it's going to be really interesting to see how he does this season, knowing that he has more chances to get into the top 8. So, Dredge, a thing. It was some of the players at the Pro Tour played Dredge. Some of the people at the GP played Dredge. It's still a deck. It's not going to go away. It's got some power. I think more people are focused on Hollow One now over Dredge as like graveyard-related strategies.
Yes. Yeah, I would say so. But I think it's still a very prominent deck because of new cards that came out of Shadows over Innistrad.
Yes.
That it kind of made Dredge what it is today. You know, I think Golgari Grave Troll was able to kind of help pick it up. The new cards got added in, they take Golgari Grave Troll away, everything's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't enough for it to be put back down.
Alright, so players getting the roll off. So, if Dwayne can get an early Chalice of the Void or something like that out, it could have a pretty good effect if Jason doesn't have a way to discard early, right?
True.
If he's got no way to get something into the graveyard, he can't start his Dredge engine. But the likelihood of him having a turn 1 Chalice, like you have to have the Simian Spirit Guide and you have to do things like that, is slim. So the likelihood that Jason's got a way to put something in his graveyard turn 1 is extremely high. I don't even remember who won the dice roll too. So
I believe it was Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that whole information might just be irrelevant at this point, but we'll see. That's a lot of lands, I think. Maybe 3 or 4 for Dwayne, but he still has Helixes and... Yep, so already he says, okay, now I'm set up to put at least one thing into my graveyard.
Yep, Insolent Neonate coming down off that Mana Confluence. Jason's going to pass over. Dwayne going to play an Inspiring Vintage and pass.
He says, I'll sack this and put this lovely Dredge creature in there.
Yeah.
1.
What was that, 2?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And wow, yeah, he gets 2 cards back from that.
Alright, okay. Shame there's not a
Prized Amalgam.
Sitting in the graveyard there.
Oh, that reflection from that one light.
Yeah. When he puts his hand over, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're just going to do something about this lighting situation.
Here's a Bloodghast hitting the graveyard. And Narcomoeba.
Good old Narc.
Coming in for 2.
No land, though. Or that lovely Vampire Spear in the graveyard would have been coming back last turn, so...
Oh, Dwayne laying down another Inspiring... He's got a Lightning Helix in hand. Oh, 2 Helixes. He's got a Plains that he cannot play right now. But he's just going to pass back.
So, yeah, I'll do this again.
Yep, sure, yeah.
Let's dredge 5 cards again. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so I saw a Cathartic Reunion, 2 Faithless Looting, what looks to be one of those Burning Inquiries.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the lands he needed, that red-green pain land.
2 more Narcomoeba attacks.
Or red-black, can't tell which one. 2 more, puts him to 16. Dwayne, I guess, debating whether he wants to Helix now.
Yep.
Says, I'll Helix you. So he'll go to 19. Oop, not 0. 19. And then Jason is actually at 18 before that. So he's down to 15 because he had to pay 2 life off his Mana Confluence.
Temple of Triumph coming down for Dwayne. He's going to take a little peek at the top of his deck. Back to Jason. Here's a mountain and the blood gas trigger for landfall. And we got 2 more coming in.
Mm-hmm. It says, can I double check that?
Here's 2. Mana Confluence is going to get him for 1. And we're going to see a Life from the Loam.
Yeah, basically saying I need some lands for a little bit, please. I'll return these 3 lands.
Oh, for sure. TJ in chat talking about, Jace the Mind Sculptor, how timely it is. But again, at the end of the day, it is a business, and they're able to make some good money off of the Magic.
That's the
25.
thing. It's like I think that was always been their biggest struggle is like, hey, what can I do to make money off of Modern because everyone loves Modern?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's unban some stuff and reprint it.
True. Steam Vents tapped. Dwayne's not interested in taking 2 points of damage.
Got a Sweltering Sun in his hand?
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. Let's just wipe the field.
Yep, sure. Get rid of those guys. Jason's going to untap, and he's going to dredge that Life from the Loam. I don't like the fact that all of his draw spells are hitting the graveyard.
He's not really getting much. Like, there's no Prized Amalgams in there yet. Like, he's got a couple of things that he can do here, but it's just like a weird first game. Like, this isn't what you're used to seeing in the Dredge position. You're used to having much more creatures out on the battlefield.
Mana Confluence is going to get Jason for 1, putting him down to 13.
And discard all of these cards. I missed how many of those were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deal 6 to you.
Then plays a land, gets 2 blood gas out of the yard.
There's a Simian Spirit Guide and Nahiri available.
Yeah, Dwayne's got enough mana here to cast the Nahiri, but to what end?
Right.
He does have a second Sweltering Suns.
So that makes sense. You go for the Sweltering Sun here, but then you don't really have a follow-up, right?
True. And all Jason has to do is play a land and gets those blood gas back. It's kind of...
yeah. A little counterproductive on what he wants to do. It's like this kind of stopping point where it's like, alright, my hand is alright, but there's not that great of stuff that I can do with this hand. Like, I don't have any presence on board. I don't have much removal in my hand to sit here and deal with your 2/1 guys. Like, yes, I could play Nahiri and uptick, but she's just going to get knocked down for damage.
Right. He does have a cast out in hand, and I'm wondering if maybe his first play is just play the cast out, or cycle the cast out to see what he draws. And then he has the Sweltering Sun to keep his life total at 11 for the time being. But he's going to go ahead and uptick the Nahiri.
Gets rid of Simian,
draws a land. See, and now that seems fine now that we know it's a land. It's a shame cast out's not like Detention Sphere.
Alright, looks like we'll be dredging away 5 again.
Yeah, he's risking it. Oh, well, there's 1 prized amalgam.
Well, this will be nice because we also got to see another vampire hit the yard, so he can be like, alright, here's another land. Let's get back 2 creatures off this. I like that split card that Jason has.
Is that cut? No, it's not cut to ribbons.
It's the one that you can give all your creatures menace, and when they deal damage, your opponent discards cards.
Gotcha.
I just don't remember what that card is obviously called, but...
Here comes the Thug. 4 cards.
Dredge.
Yep.
This.
Sure. Deck's getting kind of slim. Plays a land. We're going to see a Bloodghast and that Prized Amalgam.
Boom. Oh, there's 2. He's got all of them.
Driven to Despair.
Yeah, love it as a 1-of.
Here comes 4 damage.
At Nahiri. Prized Amalgam comes back. So, you can... exile Prized Amalgam and then wipe the board, but you lose your Nahiri.
But you... Right.
He's got a Wrath of God.
Oh, okay. Well, that's...
I think I like the Wrath here.
That's one way to do it, and then you're holding on to Sweltering.
Because you know he'll be sitting and be able to bring all those guys back next turn, but that's, still a delay, which is nice.
And now I feel like he has to hold on to that cast out.
Yeah,
for fodder, for rummage fodder. No, but he's choosing not to.
I like him keeping it here. That way he could choose to exile the Prized Amalgam and, if he draws a land, be able to cast both kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or, worst case, he can cycle it later on. I like that still, just holding it for now.
So, Life of the Loam.
Getting some more lands back.
Did you tap City of Brass to do that? Is that City of Brass?
Yes. So he's going to lose another life?
Yep.
He's just losing life. Give me all these lands, he says.
All he's got to do is play 1, and we're going to see all 5 of those creatures come back. Here comes a Mana Confluence, putting him down to 11.
Says I'd like to discard these and deal 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I was going to say he has to hold on to 1.
So here's the problem. He's going to go to 7, right?
Yep.
All 4 of these guys come back, and they all have haste now.
Oh, no. Maybe he'll forget to attack. Nope, never mind.
Coming at you.
Are you sure?
I'm going to cycle this.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time.
A spell that costs 1 that my deck doesn't run. Oh,
it's Nahiri. Wait. Are Bloodcasts 2?
They're 2/1s.
What? Is he higher than 7?
Maybe. Did we miss something? I don't know if that's right, but we're going to try it.
Okay. I mean, we must have missed... We must have him at a lower life total than what he actually is.
We'll say he's at 9, right? That would be the only reason why.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just kill him.
Yeah, I don't know why you take the Nahiri out instead, but that's okay. We're not sitting at the table. We don't know what's...
No, it's easier when we're above things to kind of talk through lines of play and everything like that, but, down in the moment, you might also be a little bit more concerned about, okay, what's my graveyard like? How's, all this stuff going on? Like, all those... Look at all these cards that he's got. In order to be a good Dredge player, you have to be able to lay your graveyard out. Like, otherwise you're just going to forget stuff.
For sure. So, I mean, Jason, all he has to do is play land.
Yep. And he's got a way to get lands back, because that Life of the Loam is still in his graveyard.
Dwayne's had some pretty good draw, being able to kind of draw into board wipes to kind of keep Jason's creatures in the graveyard for a short amount of time.
See, well, Dwayne really wants to be able to cast Chalice on 2. Looks like he will scoop up here. And stop the Life of the Loam from coming back. And that stops all the creatures from coming back. But he just was like not really able to get there with the mana, and like the cards weren't really lining up as well. Dwayne put up a good fight, but even with a weird Dredge game, right? That's not what you normally see as a Dredge player. Jason had some really good lines and was able to stick it out to kind of a longer, grindier, I'm going to revolve around my blood gas getting there instead of the normal prized amalgam Narcomoeba stuff.
I think it says something about the deck as well when it's able to kind of transform on the fly into, instead of being this all-in strategy of being able to just overrun your opponent quickly, being able to kind of play out of the graveyard a little bit more in terms of, all right, well, I'm going to bring back this creature, and like we saw him dredge quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he got rid of most of his draw spells, too. It wasn't really hitting any creatures.
Unfortunate for him to see those draw spells hit the bin, but he was able to see all 4 Bloodghast, as well as a couple Narcomoeba.
Yeah, things were all kind of clumped up a little bit weird, and that happens, too, when you're playing the Dredge deck and how you have to, like, you know, have creatures be in your graveyard and come to the battlefield, and they kind of get clumped from time to time. Not that big a deal. Jason manages to navigate it well. Going to sideboard times now. So now, Dwayne getting a turn 1 Chalice for 1 could be a big deal. Because now he is on the play.
Yeah, Chalice on 1 would be nice. Oh, what would you want your Chalice to be on when you're facing against Dredge?
If I can get it down turn 1, I would love it on a Chalice on 1.
Okay.
Because, like, that prevents him from being able to cast Faithless Looting, and that prevents him from being able to cast his Insolent Neonate. So that can really just shut him down for 1 turn and buy you a little bit more time.
Okay.
I think the best thing, though, is if you can get it to 2, because that shuts down Cathartic Reunion, shuts down Life of the Loam, shuts down things like that you know, can have to be weary of. So, like, if he can get, like, a nice hand like that where you can be, like, Chalice on 1, follow it up with a Chalice on 2, like, he's golden.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Dwayne, I mean, he does have the Simian Spirit Guide, so Chalice on 1, Chalice on, 2 even is a possibility for him.
Yeah, like both definitely have an effect on the Dredge deck. Skywalker177, thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much, dude.
Glad you're liking the show tonight. Anyone playing Burn tonight?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm just so nervous right now.
I don't think we have Burn on camera tonight. But we have a lot of different decks. Like the decks that showed up last week, most of those players aren't on camera this week.
Yeah, we try to vary it up a little bit. You know, make sure that everyone, especially in the
there's like
in the early
green Burn almost.
What are you talking about?
You'll see.
Okay.
You don't make sense. There's no such thing as green Burn. All right.
So Dwayne's making sure his deck's properly shuffled.
You know what I'm excited to play, Jason? Blue-white control.
Ugh.
I'm excited for that.
Didn't we talk about how blue-white control is like the slowest?
Yes.
Control
Why do you think
deck?
I like blue-white control more than I like Jeskai control?
I think we're really gonna see a resurgence in. I mean, we're already seeing it in Jeskai control right now. Because they're introducing Through the Breach, which I find interesting. I guess it's just a quicker way to get Emrakul in the field than Nahiri.
I mean, it's guaranteed. Like, yes, because turn 4 you play Nahiri, and then 3 turns later, right, you're casting Emrakul off of Nahiri's ult, where you're just like, oh, here's 5 mana. I'm gonna cast Through the Breach.
Dwayne's got the card in hand that he needs. He plays a Temple Triumph Scries. Jason's going to go down to 19 with a Faithless Looting, and it's going to be This is gonna be a tough battle.
This is okay. So he's gonna be like, I'm gonna put these great dredge things in my graveyard, and Dwayne's gonna be like,
yeah, please put all the good cards.
Something else in there that you care about. And he's gonna go untap, play my land, exile your graveyard.
Did Dwayne keep a ley line in hand? What's the benefit of that?
Oh no, he can't exile it this turn. Oh, he can. Okay, he's gonna send me.
All right, here we go. Rest in Peace is gonna come down. Now, all cards in all graveyards get exiled.
Oh, Skywalker says I lost the final this weekend because I redirected damage to Leon instead of going face.
Oh, dude,
that's tough.
That's tough. That is tough. But you learn it.
Yeah.
And you never forget. Copperline?
Copperline Gorge.
Collective Brutality escalating.
Drain 2, I'm assuming here.
He's going to lose one, so he's actually going to be at 20.
Thank you. Yeah, he did keep a ley line in hand. Or
yeah,
drew a ley line, maybe.
I don't know how he would have drawn it. He just scried on his first turn.
Oh, yeah.
And he went first.
Maybe he's just like, I'd like to handicap myself.
Okay. Dwayne's going to go down to 17. Off of that Arid Mesa.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
If people are trying to play shenanigans like Bloodbraid Elf and Jace, are we going to see, like, those quick combo-based decks that can try to kill you before you get to that 4 mana to cast one of those?
All I'm saying is if you're doing everyone a solid by bringing back Jace the Mind Sculptor, or allowing Jace the Mind Sculptor into the format, bringing back Bloodbraid Elf, you should just give us all Splinter Twin.
At this point in time, come on now.
Here comes a Blood Moon.
Hey, you look like you could.
Those are some nice mountains that you have there.
He's a nice guy though, saying, "Hey, I know that you keep hurting yourself off your land.
Exactly.
I want to be able to help you."
Cathartic Reunion is going to see a Narcomoeba.
Yeah, get rid of that.
What's tough is like
in this land,
right? He can't cast the Narcomoeba now, right?
He cannot,
like at all,
unless he gets rid of that Blood Moon.
So he's gonna get 3 cards.
That's not really. I mean, you can play your creatures and cast them for their normal casting costs. It's not normally what you want to do with Dredge.
Not with Dredge.
Definitely something you can do.
I mean, I think you do see an uptick in combo decks, but Jace is going to be so good to face down.
What about Griselbrand as a deck that you could play a Griselbrand on turn 2? That's a little bit quicker than a turn 4 Jace or a turn 4 Bloodbraid Elf.
It is.
But then again, if you're playing against Jund, they're going to have, like, Thoughtseize, Inquisitions.
And your control decks are going to play, like, Spell Snares. And, you know, counter spells that are going to be able to interact with your Goryo's
I really just want you to play that deck.
That's really Look, man, I would love to play that deck. But we got to find, like, all the money cards, dude.
Everything,
all the money cards.
Through the Breach, Goryo's Vengeance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've been disrupted.
Now, because you were ready to play Burn.
I was ready to play Burn.
So Brett and I have been planning. Oh, Chalice on 2, nice.
Okay, so
Stop with your shenanigans.
Perfect.
No more Cathartic Reunions.
Jason's already hurting on some land drops anyway.
Well, he got rid of a couple lands.
He did, because they were just going to be mountains.
I'm not fighting through your 3 amazing cards here. Amazing, hateful cards.
So now Dwayne's tied it up.
What a way to start.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like, we had a plan, dude.
We did.
I was going to sit in the middle. I was going to play Burn in the team event.
It'll be quick. It'll work out great.
Absolutely. And now...
So now...
I don't even know if Burn can outplay.
It's going to be tough, because especially if the race gets to the point where it's like... Hey, here's my turn 4 Bloodbraid Elf that I'm swinging in for 3 damage off of already.
Right.
And whatever value I get from Bloodbraid, you know, who's coming with me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. Main board and snaring bridges in burn.
I mean,
and then they go, oh, thanks. Here's my Kulgan's command. Get rid of it. Take 3. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Luckily, it's February.
Yeah, May will be here before you know it.
We got 3 months to see where the meta lands, see what people are doing.
Yeah, I guess you can't really fret about it too much right now. It's not the 19th yet.
Right.
You know, we're not seeing the spike of Jace the Mind Sculptor and Bloodbraid Elf hitting the bin. It's interesting, though. I think all the combo and linear decks will try and speed up so that they can compete with Bloodbraid and Jace.
That makes a lot of sense.
Video explaining what he thinks is going to happen. Oh, okay, nice.
Maybe I'll try Infect again for a little
bit. Yo, Andrew McAllister. Thanks so much for the follow, dude. Better than Coco?
Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Do you think you could, like, splash green and burn again and play your own Bloodbraid Elves? Since they have haste?
Oh.
Because then you could essentially cast anything out of your deck.
You do, because you cast it for free.
Yeah. I was just like, I mean, it's a 4 cost. So it's a little bit expensive. But if you main deck Ensnaring Bridges, you know.
You could do some shenanigans.
You could.
That's not a bad idea.
Just the thought.
Jace isn't good. Regardless of play pattern, you're dead on turn 3 or 4. Yeah, as like Collected Company works really well in very particular decks, right? In those creature-based decks, like I was seeing, I'm sure a lot of people saw at the Pro Tour that those 5-color human lists, like the South American players, increased their mana
for the collected.
Yeah, and they said, "Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play more creatures and get them all out off this." Sure. So definitely, I like that we have options for doing different things like that, right?
I think Dwayne went to 6.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
What other cards would I want to cast for free off of Bloodbraid Elf? I don't think you want to run more than 3.
No, I think like 2, 3.
Yeah,
seems like a solid number.
You know, it's
running. Maybe in a very particular build you might, but like even then, like 2 and 3 sounds good. Yeah, as like Skywalker's talking about, he doesn't think 5-color humans that consistent. I think it's got a lot of powerful creatures in it, and that's the big draw to it. Like, it's quick. It can get out the gate and already start doing stuff. Disruptions and things like that.
Alright, here comes the Faithless looting off the Gemstone Mine. We're going to see a prized amalgam, a Golgari Thug hit the bin. Dwayne's starting off with the Temple of Triumph. Scries to the bottom. And here comes the Golgari Thug getting dredged. Oh, wow. Okay, this is... It's going to be tough because we just saw a Bloodghast hit the bin.
Yep.
Here comes the Copperline Gorge. Trigger on the Bloodghast. I have a prized amalgam. Oh, 2 of them. Here it comes.
So that
this is tough.
Yeah, that's...
That... Okay, yep. Dredge those... Oh, he hardcast that.
He hardcasted it.
Okay. I have lots of power on the board now, says Jason. Stopping back. I'm thinking about green and red now. Sacred Foundry tapped.
Wow. Narcomoeba.
Ugh. This is just...
I'm coming for you, he says.
I mean, does he have a board wipe? He's got a Wrath of God.
Well, it's getting closer.
But he only has 2 mana.
How much is Golgari throw? Is he a 1?
Yes, I think he's a 1/1.
Yeah. Okay. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Dwayne's down to 11.
He says, "I'll dredge this, please." Look at all his lands.
Oh, the Bloodghast. Draw. Play a land. Oh, he's got a Conflagrate in hand as well.
He does.
6 cards? No, 5. Okay. Oh, I guess he had to discard. Okay.
Move to discard.
Yep. Sacred tapped. Not what Dwayne wants to be doing.
No.
But he has to protect his life total.
He does.
He's got an Elspeth Suns Champion in hand.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the Chalice there. Like, he can always...
I think it's too late for the Chalice, though.
Yeah, because he really wanted to hit it on 2 still. But it looks like he's just going to say, you know what?
I'll play for 1.
Better that than nothing at this point, because I've been doing nothing with my turns. Well, let's dredge these 5. 4 and 5. And Narcomoeba. He's swinging in for 10.
And he's got a Conflagrate in hand. Or Conflagrate.
Difficult position to be in if you're Dwayne.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Dwayne's playing the control deck versus the aggro deck. You know, so it's already a bad matchup for him. He had a decent first game because Jason was kind of playing, I'd say, C.
Definitely.
Out of his deck instead of A. And we're going to see...
I'd like to get some more lands, please.
Yep. Life from the Loam. He's going to go down to 19. Off of that Mana Confluence. But all he has to do is turn him sideways. And which is nice is he just got a bunch of cards that he can just pitch.
Yeah.
To Conflagrate. Dwayne goes to 1, bolts himself. Gemstone gets back a Bloodghast. It passes. Interesting.
Here's the land, Wrath of God.
I mean...
Dredge is sweet.
I mean, he draws the land, he wipes the board, he drew the land.
And then Jason just says, okay, I'll play this land.
Right.
Return these guys, you're below 10 life.
Yep.
These guys have haste, Bloodghast will get you.
Yeah.
Ah! Wipe the board, Wrath of God! Maybe he can hope, he's going to forget his landfall trigger because I know that he got lands back. And he says, look, here's my land.
Yeah.
I'm killing you. There's nothing that you can do to stop this.
I find it interesting. I guess you're just waiting to see what your opponent does, because he had the Conflagrate in hand. Dwayne's playing a red,
it does cost more. It costs more if it's in your hand. Flashback from your graveyard costs double red, but it costs, I think, more in your hand. I can't remember the exact mana cost. Let's find out, because we have this handy dandy card bot. I don't remember how to describe it.
That's fine. So it's 2 red, discard X.
So this is XX red. Conflagrate deals X damage divided as you choose, and then the flashback is double red.
Okay.
So you don't have to do the X.
That's fair.
So that was round 1.
That was round 1.
Dredge versus Red White Prison. Dredge comes out on top.
Look how great Modern is.
Look at how nice and diverse it is. Look at these cool
A week
things.
ago.
A week ago.
If they only knew.
All right, round 2, guys.
Oh.
So this is the